everybody, I'm Hal Weeks, back for 2021 and Stalking the Wild Autoharp. First, I want to send out a big shout out to my patrons and say thank you for supporting Stalking the Wild Autoharp. I literally could not do this and would not do this without you, my patrons. You are such an encouragement. Help me keep going. If you are interested in becoming a patron, you can go over to my website, halweeks.com, and you can find out details there, or you can just go directly to patreon.com/halweeks, and you can chip in a little bit every month to help keep this program going. All right, so let me tell you where we're going to start for 2021. I want to do a series about an efficient practice model. Now, I am not Mr. Stickler when it comes to practicing, especially my own practice, because I just want to do it the fun way. And so I've come up with a fun way of doing it, which is just play. Just play and play and play, and try to keep focused on three things while you're practicing. Try to bring in three things. One is you're going to be practicing new songs and old songs. Or tunes, as the case may be. I make a differentiation. Some people don't. Song is where you sing. Tune is where you play. You're going to be practicing those things and playing those things and getting them better and better. So that's number one, your repertoire. Number two is some technique. Bring some new technique to the table to work on while you practice your songs. And those can be any of the new techniques that I teach in this series. You'll find almost 200 tutorial videos in the past of this series. And those are all indexed, by the way, on my website, halweeks.com. You can click on them there and find out what you're missing in your own coverage of your own techniques. Pick one. Watch the video, learn how to do it, practice it while you're practicing your songs and having fun playing. So you're working three things. You're working your repertoire, you're working your technique. Third thing is memorizing. As we get older, memorizing seems to get harder, but it's extremely good for us. Music in general is extremely good for our health, our mental health, and our physical health. And this is not an opinion, this is science. It's actually been proven, and everybody's getting on board with that aspect. So no doubt that's why you're playing. And so in the name of health, we want to be working on memorizing our tunes. So we're going to talk about an overall practice scheme that will help us to achieve our goals. That's an important word, goals. Let's talk about that. Maybe your goals are your New Year's revolutions. Your New Year's resolutions. Maybe your goals are individual. Maybe your goals are to play some gigs when we can all go out one day and play gigs. Maybe they are to play at a coffee shop or to play at a jam session. Maybe your goals are just to play for your family. Try to set the goals, though, and try to have them be about others, sharing your music with others. Oh, no, I could never do that. I could never do that. Think about it anyway. Back in the day when the Autoharp was invented, which isn't that long ago, folks, it was about parlor music. It was about making music at home. And then the phonograph and the radio came along and just blew that all to smithereens. And now everybody's ashamed of their own playing and their own music making and their own voices. Let's get over it and get on with it and get some real music in our souls and in our bodies and in our homes and in our communities. So try to set a goal for in some small way or big way to prepare some music for sharing. And memory will help with that, and that'll help with memory. Technique will help with that, and that'll help with technique. Having a goal puts a little pressure on. Having a gig. If you don't have a gig, and you don't want a gig, then set a goal of learning X number of new songs in a certain amount of time. I did this once where I tried to learn 50 new songs in 1 month. And I can't remember if I actually succeeded, but I got close. And some of those songs are still in my repertoire. And I was planning on going out and doing some busking and playing on the street. And I wanted a bunch of new songs that everybody was going to recognize. So I was looking to popular music to pull off songs that everybody knows, because then people will throw quarters. Well, I never went out and busked, at least not in that press. But it's a good idea to set a goal of learning. I'm going to learn 5 songs this month. I'm going to learn 10 songs this month. I'm going to learn 3 songs this week. Whatever it is, whatever you think you can handle, you can use that as a goal to drive you and to achieve that goal. And also then, beyond that, going off book. When you go off book, that's where memorization comes in. You need to practice and remember what you're doing. Remember how the song goes. Remember how the lyrics go. To me, that's the tough one. Remembering the lyrics. That's the one that's getting tougher and tougher. Remembering what songs you know. And along those lines, I'm going to discuss in a future video pretty soon here in this series about music and how to corral your music and hold it together, and your lyric sheets, any pieces of paper or data in your computer, how to organize it and how to keep it organized to make your practice efficient, so you reach for one thing, that book full of lyrics, or that one file box full of lyrics, or this one computer where I have my lyrics and music program. And we're going to talk about collecting all that and annotating it and making notes and everything like that. We're also going to talk about all the equipment that you need in order to play, and having it within arm's reach while you practice, and keeping it together. So that's going to be a subject for another time. I've got another 3 or 4 videos coming out on these topics, so you can watch for those. I want to thank you in the meantime, always for watching and supporting Stalking the Wild Autoharp. I'm Hal Weeks. I teach Autoharp lessons via webcam. You can find out about those from halweeks.com. So in the meantime, I want to say thank you, say Happy New Year, and I'll see you next time on Stalking the Wild Autoharp.